I was 15 with a blicky. You was somewhere with the beach, somewhere with the hoe. I was 16, auntie had died and I lost it. 30, deep up in traffic, let's go. He ain't using it here for the bread. That rich with a dad, this damn. He play with my chopper, no doubt. I see all the.
What up, guys? Welcome back to the Odex Kodak TV channel. I'm just kidding. We have Gavin's Silverado in here today. We're gonna have it for a couple days. We are bagging it, so this is gonna be a bagging video. I'm gonna try and do some more detailed install, so everybody that has questions, that keeps asking me questions, I'll show y'all this time how to completely do it, and we're gonna do it a little bit differently on this truck. So yeah, I have everything but the bag brackets, and those come in a couple days. So we'll go ahead and get the tank and everything else wired. So all we have to do is throw the brackets on and put the bags in and run the airlines and be done with it. So yeah, I'll show y'all what we have. All right, so roughly, let me tell you this. We roughly have $1,500 in this kit. Parts, bags, I mean, absolutely everything. On my truck and a couple other trucks that I've done before, we kind of went a cheaper route. We had about $1,200 to $1,300 in those. This kit has about $1,500, but it's completely going to be done right. Which, when I say done right, I mean like higher PSI valves or solenoids, you know. So this kit's going to be completely right. So I'll show you exactly what we have. But if anybody's telling you you can get a bag kit for $900, $800, they're bullshitting. That is bullshit. That's garbage. That's junk. So yeah, I'm going to show you what we have when we get into that. All right, so in this video, I'm going to show y'all like in-depth. Damn. In this video, I'm going to show y'all how to wire this kit and everything that I ordered, so y'all can do this. And it's kind of a better video. We're doing it a little differently than we did my truck, but yeah, I'm gonna show y'all everything that I ordered for this truck and pop up the screenshots with it. So if y'all want to do this, you can do it, and I explain how to do absolutely everything. First off, you're gonna need your compressors. The kit that I ordered had 2 of them. Came with some relays and stuff and air filters. We just need the compressors. Here's a screenshot of it. It's gonna come with 2 of them. You're gonna need 2 of these. This is male, male, female. T pop up. You're gonna need 2 of them. 2. These are the water traps. You're gonna need 2 of these. Vixen water traps. You're gonna need these 2. I'll pop that up on the side. All right, you're gonna need this starter solenoid to power everything. This is what I run. Some people run relays and stuff, but I do this. I'll show y'all how to do it. If it doesn't make sense, it will. Here's a screenshot of what it is. 1/2-inch airline, 20 bucks. Boom. This is the wire that we're running. It is 100 foot of 16 gauge. It's black and red. This is gonna be our power wire. This is, what gauge did I order? 8 gauge. Momentary up down switch. This is what's going to go on your dash or whatever inside your truck. You go boom. So that air compressor kit that I popped up, if you order it, it comes with the pressure switches. But if not, here they are. This is on at 170 psi. So up until 170 psi they're on. They shut off at 200, around 200. These, you're gonna need 5 of these. I'll pop it up, boom. Come in a box like this. These are stainless steel, 1/2-inch MPT, airline connectors, elbows, whatever. You're gonna need 5 of these. I mean, they come with 5, you're only gonna need 4, but. This is your AV module. This is what's gonna do it by wireless remote. I think it's like $25, $25. I call it an AV module. Some people call it differently, but AV, wireless remotes. This is what you literally go, make it go up and down. Boom, or wait, boom. Here are your solenoids. I did some research because last time we were running solenoids that weren't rated for PSI over 50 pounds or 50 PSI, you know, they weren't rated for that. So this time, these were like $50 a piece. They're Vixen brand. Solenoids, valves, whatever. Got to have 4 of these, 4 times. But yeah, we're running these this time. Shouldn't have any issues on these. Also got this. This is a blow-off valve for your tank in case it gets over 200 PSI. You don't want that tank to explode. This was, I don't remember how much it was, like $20, $25. 1/2-inch MPT, 200 PSI. So basically your air compressor line is 1/4 inch and it's gonna go into one side of this water trap. And then you're gonna have, this side you're gonna have to have a 3/8 to 3/8 adapter with that tank. I bought this to wire up to the battery so I didn't have to buy a fuse. It was like $7. Just you literally wire your wires in here. Easy, quick, whatever, $7. Then you're gonna need your bags. All this stuff that I'm showing y'all besides the Rough Country brackets came off Amazon. So these are triple bellow bags. Comes with 2 of them, obviously. They were like $100 and something. Triple bellows, boom, boom. Pop them up here, boom. And then y'all can see the tank in the back there. That is a Vixen. I think it's a 9-port air tank. It has 4 1/2-inch ports, 2 3/8 ports, and 3 1/4-inch ports. So, yeah, I kind of started a little bit yesterday, and then I'm refilming this from what I had yesterday because I had to order some more stuff. Then you gotta have Teflon tape, boom. I ordered these with it, some connectors and heat shrink, whatever, make it look good, professional. So yeah, we're finna get into installing this stuff. So I'll show you what we got going on. Well, first of all, we're gonna mount that tank real quick. That tank's gonna get mounted first, no matter what. So I'm gonna mount that tank off camera. You just put it in the middle of your bed, wherever you want to. Put it closer to the back, but you gotta have enough room to be able to get your solenoids and stuff in the very back behind it, because I'm running mine on the back side. I don't want them on the front where everybody can see them. So we're gonna pull the tank forward a little bit and then mount that thing. Another thing you're gonna need like 2 or 3 1/4-inch plugs. Pop them up here. I sat my tank right here, marked every hole down there with a Sharpie, and drilled holes in it. There's a heat shield under here that you got to get off or go around, but drilled my holes back here. Now we're gonna set the tank down, bolt it down, and that'll be done for the tank. All right, so first you're gonna need your 1/2-inch to 1/2-inch, your straights. I'm gonna do them in my 2 middle ports. You have 4, I'm doing them on the 2 middles. Make sure you put your Teflon tape on there, both sides. So, all right, both are in. So now you're gonna put your first set of valves. These are gonna be your ups. These are gonna be your up valves. So make sure they are facing away from the tank because they're gonna be forcing air that way. So once you open this one, it's gonna force air that way. So you're gonna have the arrows facing away from your tank. So you gotta put both of these on the same exact way. Make sure your arrow is facing that way. All right, so you don't have to set them to the side. You can set them straight up and down, whatever you wanna do with them. But I'm gonna have all of the solenoids facing down so it looks better. So these are going on next. I'll throw these on real quick. We have our straights, our up valves. These are gonna be our T's. This is where we're gonna put a 90 in here. Here's our B valves or dump valves, whatever you want to say. Arrow. Make sure your arrows are facing that way. So we're gonna slap these on real quick. Make sure you Teflon everything. Now you're gonna take your 90s, Teflon both of them, stick them in here, both sides. Make sure they're facing down. Now we're gonna take our pressure switch, whatever y'all wanna call this, where if it has too much pressure in the tank, it dumps. Whatever. We're gonna put it on the driver's side closer, so if you need to get to it. All right, so I'm gonna be mounting compressors on one on each side of the tank. So I'm gonna put one on this side and we're gonna do the plumbing to it. But we're just gonna have one here, our water trap and everything. So I'm gonna mount both of the compressors, one on each side, and then I'll pick y'all back up when we get ready to put on our water traps. All right, so switching plans, I'm going to put the water trap on first so I wanna kinda hide these compressors besides having them over there. I might stick them up here a little bit towards the front a little bit more. So right now you're gonna need your 3/8 to 3/8 pieces. It's gonna go here. All right, so now that we have Teflon on both sides and it's tight, we are going to put the water trap on there. And obviously you can't spin it around because it's gonna hit the bed. I'll zoom this out a little bit. It's gonna hit the bed, so I'm gonna pop this off. A little filter thing in there. And then we're gonna take this and spin it on there. Crank that thing. And then tighten it up. And then you can put make sure you can clear this. You can pull this on and off. Make sure when you tighten it up, you can put this on and off. So you have enough room to do that. All right, so this is your 1/4 inch to 3/8. You're gonna stick this bad boy in here. Sling that thing in there. Tighten it real quick. Make sure you have Teflon on it. And then throw this junk on there and tighten it up. All right, so this is how I'm gonna plan on doing it, so I can hide the wires the best, because they're gonna go through the bed right there. But I'm gonna do the other side. You just mirror it the same way. Make sure your water trap is gonna be facing towards the tank. So you can flip this at the bottom, but make sure it's facing towards the tank. Okay, so both compressors are mounted. I was gonna put this pressure switch in the side over here on one of these ports, 1 and 2, but I didn't like how it was gonna look on top or bottom. So what I'm gonna do is take this 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch, and I'm gonna put it in this last plug that we have back here that's in 1/2 inch because we're not using it, and then put this into it like that. If you do it my way, like I'm doing it, you're gonna need 1, 2, 3 1/4 inch plugs. So yeah, we're gonna install this real quick. All right guys, so I have finished all the plumbing. I call it plumbing. Make sure your water traps are facing inwards. Those are mounted, everything's tight, everything has Teflon tape on it. All the valves are facing that way. Everything's plumbed, blow-off valve, pressure switch. So I'm gonna wrap it up tonight for me, but y'all, I will see y'all in a couple more seconds and it'll be the next day. All right guys, so this is gonna be day 2 of working on the truck. Where we left off yesterday, we had everything done, plumbing wise. Today we're going to be trying to finish it up. We're gonna get into the wiring. I'm gonna start wiring some stuff. So right now, this top switch is his rock lights. The bottom one was for his wheel lights. He doesn't have those right now. So we're gonna use that as the switch to turn the compressors on. And then we'll add in our momentary up down switch right here. And so we're gonna pull our power wire, which is the two conductor 16 gauge. We're gonna pull it from this switch all the way back to the bed. And then we're also going to pull our power wire from the battery to the frame, and I'll show y'all that here in 2 seconds. Damn, y'all can see it. All right, so I threw that fuse on the side of the red side of the wire that I showed y'all earlier. It's either 8 gauge or 10 gauge, hell, I can't remember. But we're gonna fish it. Fish the loose end down the fender right here to go up under the truck out on the outside, and you're gonna leave your fuse up here by the battery. So that's what we're gonna do real quick. Boom. So we have the power wire ran down under the truck. It goes under the frame rail, just like this. Hide it up there, get it out the way. I'm gonna move this power wire to have it sitting there. But we're gonna mount your solenoid. This is like I use this as my switch basically. But we're gonna mount this bad boy right there up under the truck on one of these little tabs. But I'm gonna have to get the grinder out and knock all the paint or whatever this coating is that's on here to make it raw, because these ground through the bracket on them. See how I took all the metal off right here, or that coating that's on there? See how I took all the coating off? Mount that thing on there, 2 self-tappers, and you're gonna take your positive that comes from the battery and you're gonna mount it here. You're gonna put your little O-ring terminal on there and mount it on this side, and then this side's gonna go to the hots for your compressor. So we're gonna do this real quick and get our wire from here under the truck all the way over to where our compressors are. All right, so the last y'all saw where we were down there. So I took both of my compressor positives, my power wires from both of my compressors, and this is black, I know it is, but this is gonna be my other side of my hot wire. So you're gonna wire basically from both your compressors to that little solenoid thing I showed y'all earlier. You're gonna have your wires from your compressor going to there. So I'm gonna take this whole wire, it's this long, and shove it through this hole and go under the truck over to where that solenoid is, starting solenoid, whatever. And that's where this is gonna go. And we're gonna ground these when we get done with that. But power wire, shove it down to that hole, go all the way over there. All right, so I'm gonna show y'all I have everything wired for the power of the compressor side. I have this bushing that goes through so the metal doesn't cut these power wires, but positive and then negative, are going straight under the truck. I'll show y'all that. The grinder right there, the positives come out, go under this plate right here, down right here, over the frame rail, and then boom. So both of these are our positives. Positive to the battery with a fuse, positive to the compressors. This is what's gonna tell our compressors to come on and off. We're gonna put our wire here in a second. All right, so this is gonna be our compressor wire. This is what's gonna go to the switch to tell our compressor to come on and off. So basically you're gonna run a wire from your dash, from your switch, your positive on the back of your switch, your power of your switch, whatever, down under the truck, all the way under the truck, into the bed, or wherever you have your bags at. It's gonna run to one side of the pressure switch. See the black? That goes to the truck, or to the switch in the cab. Now you're gonna have a red that leaves here. It doesn't matter what color the wires are, it's just an in and out. So this is gonna go, the other side of the switch is gonna go to your, basically your power for your compressors. Where's it at? Right here. It's gonna go on the center little boom, 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 boom. But yeah, so your power in for your compressor, power out to your compressors. This is what the switch is. This turns it on and off. So yeah, I'm gonna do a diagram here in a minute of how everything needs to be worked, or wired, my bad. Before I wire this into the switch, I'm going to take this metal piece off the back of this piece of plastic that goes to your dash, because you can't put no switches or anything in the middle. So I'm gonna, all you do is drill this out, a little drill bit, big enough drill bit to cover that. Boom, 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 and it comes off, and then you can put this in there. So I'm gonna slap this switch in real quick into the dash so we can actually show you how to wire it up. I don't know if I can do this one hand, but you literally take a big enough drill bit and drill into it, and it literally pops off every single time. So every single one of these, see how they just pop off? It's your drill bit, if I can do it. Pops off, pops off, pops off. Is that all of them? And then this piece will literally pop out of there. So, all right, so switch is in, it's all installed. Snatch this off. So now we have our single wire. Like I said, it comes from the pressure switch. It is going to go to the middle of this secondary switch that's not being used, and then we're going to take a power off of this. See this hot? This is a hot. We're going to take a power from here and go from this switch to the center of this switch, to the center. That is what's going to send power, boom, up or down. So basically, wire your red wire from your two conductor that goes to the bed that we left back there, the two single two. This is going to be, red's going to be your up, black's going to be your down. So wire red to the top side on the up, wire your black to the down, and then get you a hot from over here and put it in the center. And then, like I said, this is the pressure switch for the compressor. It's going to go in the center of this. All right, so I still got to hook up the up down, but I hooked up the compressor, and if you listen, that means it's working. So we're gonna do the up down real quick, and then I'll pick y'all up. All right, so like I said, red is gonna be your up, black is gonna be your down on that two conductor, the single. This is just power for the switch. So literally you have constant power to that switch. So when you hit the up, it's gonna send power back there to the up valves. When you hit down, it's gonna send power to the down valves. So basically this is just a constant hot here in the middle. This is the compressor, like I said. Things working perfectly. So we're gonna put the dash and stuff back together, put all this in here back together because I'm done, and then we'll get started on wiring the valves. All right, guys, so this is the red and black wire that we have that comes from your up and down switch. So red your up, black is your down. We're gonna set that to the side for now. We're gonna run another positive. This is gonna be a hot and a ground, and it's gonna go down in the truck over to that starter solenoid. So we're gonna run that real quick, and I'll show you what you do. So I'm gonna stick this wire through there, pull it over there, and I'll pick y'all back up. All right, we're gonna try this one more time. So people keep calling me. A is up, B is down. These are your wireless remotes. If you're not using these, next, whatever, skip ahead. If you are, in, you see you have in, out, out. So right now we're finna wire the ends. These are gonna be your constant hots or constant powers for both of these boxes. So when I just ran that two conductor down there to that starter solenoid, I'm gonna put it on the constant hot and the ground. So right now, we're finna wire this up. So you're gonna take the red, only the ends, in and in. We're not worried about out. So in, you're gonna take your red, and you're gonna take for your A, and then you're gonna take the N for your B. See that? And you're gonna wire both of these together. Both of these are gonna get wired together to the red side of that 2 conductor. All right, so you see both of our ends. Sorry, I got something in my mouth. I can't really get no closer right now, so I'll zoom all in. Both of your ends, both hots for those are wired together. Now we're gonna take our black in our end and the black for our other end. We're gonna take both of those and wire those together to the black that comes with this 2 conductor. Your hots for your end, ground for your ends. I'm gonna put the heat shrink that I have back here. I'm gonna heat shrink these real quick and I'll show y'all what to do. Oops, I'll show y'all what to do with these. All right guys, so this is your 2 conductor from inside. This is your up, your red's your up. This is your down. This would be B. So right now we're only worried about the A's. We're not worried about the B solenoids right now. You're gonna take 1 wire of each solenoid and put it up here with this up. Take 1 from the other one and put it up here with the up. And we're gonna wire all of these. We're gonna twist them all up together. Just like that. All right, so I'll put my butt connector on there. I have the reducing ones that came in that kit. I'll pop it, I popped it up already, but I have the reducing one, so you can put 3 wires and go to 1. So now we're gonna take, this is our ups. These are gonna be our hot for our ups technically. And we're gonna put it on the A switch. See this, the A switch? Let me get this out of the way. The A switch, we're gonna put it on the positive for the out. So all 3 of these are going to the positive for the out. I'm gonna wire that real quick. All right, so now I'll put the heat shrink on there. So now all we have is our, is that in frame? We have our negative, technically, our out for our A switches. So now we're gonna take the other 2 wires that we have off the A solenoids, just these 2, and it's only these 2, and then we're gonna wire them to the outside, the out of the A solenoid. Just like that, out, both of these are going there. So just like that, we have both sides of our A valves wired up to our wireless remote, and the up side for our switch, where's it at, right here, our up for our interior switch is wired up. So now we're gonna have to do the downs. Just doing a little test. We have our wireless remote. We should hear the solenoids click when I push the A button. But when you use this wireless remote, you have to press A to go up and then press it again to stop them. So on, stop, up, stop, up, stop. Downs aren't wired up yet, so nothing's gonna happen. All right, so like you would think this black would be going to the black on the B switches, but technically it's not, because this is another hot. This is for your up and down switch in your truck. So this black one is gonna go to with the hot on the B switch, the out hot. So this is gonna go here along with one side of one solenoid and one side of the other solenoid. So you're gonna have one side of each solenoid plus the black or red, whichever one you use, but this is my down wire. So one side of each solenoid, your down wire, and they're all gonna go to the positive on your B switch. All right, so like I said, so you're positive on your B switch, one side of your solenoids plus your down, that makes up that side. Now we're gonna wire up the B switch, out, technically your ground, but we're gonna wire this up to the other 2 single wires that you have off your solenoids are gonna go to the B side out, black out, B side. You see, you know what you're talking about. You know what I'm talking about. All right, guys. So it looks like a rat nest, doesn't it? It ain't that bad. I've seen a whole lot worse, but now, as of right now, our remote should work. Ups, that was our ups right there. You can feel them by touching them. Now our downs, both of them are working. So All right, so another thing is, some cases I've seen it happen a couple times, and people have said the same thing to me. And I've seen other people have the problems with it. Sometimes these switches internally will be backwards or something, like the grooves on the, because it's got a certain way it goes in the switch. So sometimes it'll be backwards. So like right now, technically, if I push it up and the truck went down, so all you have to do is swap that outside wire. Technically, swap your up and your down wires on this switch, and it'll fix that. If your switch is backwards, I've had too many people text me and say stuff about it. I'm like, all you have to do is swap the wires. So yeah, technically right now we're done with this. We're gonna make that look pretty, and now we're gonna throw our bag brackets on, or tomorrow we will. It'll be a couple seconds for y'all. All right, guys, so we have everything back here. I mean, everything in the truck's wired up. Now all we have to do is throw the bag brackets on the bags. I'll show you all that in a second. I'll put some stuff on here, make it all look nice and pretty. Looks pretty damn good if you ask me. So now we're gonna get into the bag brackets and the bags. I'm gonna show you all that right now. All right, so I have the Rough Country, or the kit that I'm installing is the Rough Country bag kit. You're gonna have your top brackets, your bottom brackets go on the rear end. You're gonna have these pieces go on the bottom of the rear end. You're gonna have pieces go on the frame. I'll show you all that in a minute. I'm gonna show you all how to put the bag on your brackets. This is our big bag, our brackets. So it doesn't matter when you put them together like this, what side of what. You can only tell by looking at which bracket goes where. But we're gonna slap this on. This is gonna go on the top. It's your one Rough Country bracket. It's on the top. You're gonna have these 8 of these bolts that come with this kit. They're Allen style heads. You're going to make sure your port is on the side that has the cutout, and then you're gonna slap your 2 bolts in here just like this. Just because I don't feel like using a wrench or an Allen wrench. Boom, 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 boom. Now that bag bracket's done. I'll put Teflon on here. We're screwing it into the bag bracket now. Might throw some more on there before it maxes out, but let's see. Just like that. Spin this. Spin this. Alright, so you see how that is? So it barely fits between it. So make sure you put a shit ton of Teflon if yours are the same way, because technically we're not using half the threads. So if this leaks when I put these on there, I'll have to pull it back off and put more Teflon on it. But we're gonna put the other bag together, same exact way I just showed you how to do this side. Do that real quick. All right, so on the driver's side of the truck, the 3 holes are gonna go towards the front. Passenger side of the truck, 3 holes are gonna go towards the front. Make sure your fittings are gonna be facing towards each other under the truck. These single holes go in the back. We're gonna get under there real quick. We gotta snatch the blocks out. And yeah. We got some brand new U-bolts. Since he didn't have his factory ones or ones that are small enough to set it up like completely from leaf spring to rear end. So we're gonna slap these bad boys in there. All right, so there's a 10mm bolt right here that you gotta take your bump stop out with, but those were dry rotted, so I just broke it out. Get this thing up in there. Like that. Make sure this out of the way. Everything looks good. You want to take your first U-bolt, whatever you want to call this, and it's got to go over the frame. It's got to go up and over the frame and into these 2 little holes right here. Just like that. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you saw it. And then you want to slap the 2 nuts on there. These are 15 millimeter. See this little hole in the frame right here? You have like a little wing nut thing. And you're going to stick this up in the frame. This little wing nut part. Stick your bolt. Put your bolt up in there. Stick your wing nut in there. And make sure they find each other. See, I think I found mine. See that? Boom. We're gonna go ahead and tighten those. So now we're gonna do the bottom side. You're gonna take your bolt, stick it in here. You're gonna press your bag in like that. Get your bolt down in there. Do that for all 4. All right, now you got all 4 bolts in. You're gonna take this little U shape and put it on both sides of these bolts that you just put in there. So like throw one on there, throw the nut on there. All right, every bit of that's tight. Tighten them things up. I'll tighten them before I pick y'all up, but tighten them up. Your airline's ready to go up here. So now you run your airline up to your compressors. So I'm gonna throw the other bag bracket on. But both bags are in. We're fixing to run the airline for them. I gotta drill a hole in the bed for both airlines and run those down under the bed to each bag bracket. So I'm gonna do that real quick and I'll pick y'all back up in 2 seconds. All right guys, so I'm gonna take it off the jack stand back here and get it set back down on the back tire and then turn the compressors on, and I'll pick y'all up when we go to see if it goes up or down. Still building there. I'm gonna go hit the switch on the inside of the truck. Alright, so everything's running like it's supposed to. I just did a bunch of tests on it. I'm gonna slap his bed cover back on. Yeah, I'm gonna blow the bed out a little bit, and then you'll get some clips. I'll show you some more of it. Stupid clean truck though. So yeah, that's the full tutorial on how to bag your trucks. I basically showed you everything you needed to know and what to do. Setup looks pretty good. He's probably gonna clean his bed out. I'm not gonna do it. He can wipe it all out and do everything like that. But I blew it out, blew all the shavings and wire pieces and everything out. But I think it's a pretty good job. Tucking 7s. Everything looks pretty good under here. Looks really good. So I don't know who's driving on a dirt bike. But yeah, we're finna call Gavin over here. And yeah, I might go ahead and pop up a diagram for y'all real quick and show y'all the wiring diagram. So if you didn't understand some of the stuff I said now, I'll pop it up right here. It's a lot. I showed y'all in the video, basically step by step. This is just a diagram. It's a clusterfuck. But once you get it down, once you remember, and once you learn how to do it, it's kind of easy. But I just forgot about that pressure switch. But yeah, that is how to bag your whatever you want. I mean, technically you bag anything you want to, just different brackets. But this is how basically how to do it. We're finna return this truck to Gavin. I'm sure y'all see some videos of it. Yeah, if y'all liked it, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get to 10K. I'm at like almost 7K, I think. So yeah, there's some ball knowledge right there. Let's put that up here. Straight ball knowledge. That's an N. That's an N. Wait. Straight ball knowledge. You know what I'm talking about. So, anywho, I wasn't good in school, but working on shit. Yeah, ball knowledge. Yeah. I cannot see anything out of this damn truck. This is like eye level. We're sitting back on the back tire. Absolutely cannot see anything, especially when you go over a hill. Hold on. I can't see nothing. Like, absolutely cannot see anything. This is my POV. So we're finna drop this thing off real quick.
No doubt. I see all the fans been asking me cap ass shit. What the fuck y'all know I don't bounce. No niggas a bitch, a double, a slammer, a snake. They gon' see what every day got a ski on them. Fuck the police, I speed on them. Beat up and change up the route. Got an Instagram model, she wanna come eat on it. Lick on the beat it and put it in her mouth. Her boyfriend an NBA basketball player, but I'm not a player. Little baby, I'm serving the lows. The double gon' get them hoes in to get out if you want it. Pull up, got a copy right now. I don't see nothing that's low than a pound. If you want a half of a bow right now, then it's gotta be gangster from Russia. She got her ass so fat when I touch GC with the perk, the pussy in trouble. Get from the back, I make the whole stuff. This shit for the heart, they know they in trouble. They know they don't want this shit with a dub, no couch. Nigga want smoke, then I pull up and walk on down. He young and turned, I ain't turned 20, but I'm still winning diamonds in my mouth. Got a buzz down roller, that big cat from Waffle, 41, play out the